First of all, I wanted to congratulate you on the release of the double DVD, Forces of the Northern Night through Nuclear Blast. These performances you recorded in 2011 and 2012, so this project has been something you've been working on for several years. How does it feel to finally have these performances released?
Yeah, it's a magical moment, to put it like that. I'm so glad we finally got to share this with our fans across the globe, you know. And yes, this show was done in 2011 and 12, and you know, time flies. But I'm really happy that we finally have it. The package is out there. People seem to really appreciate it, and you know, something to be really, really proud of. So I'm very happy with the result, and I also woke up to the news today that we have entered the chart position as #1 in both Germany, Austria, Finland, and Sweden. So the fans are still with us, and we really, really appreciate that. So it's great.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the documentary portion?
Well, this is just basically, you know, you see a little bit of the planning, and we have small cuts, interview cuts with people from the band and also the people behind the scenes, and you can see a little bit how we build a show like this, because it's a lot of preparation and a lot of details and communication, commitment, discipline. It's a lot of people involved in this process, so we want to include the documentary for people to see, you know, what it takes to be able to perform and to do such a grand thing as that, you know. So it's that's why we included it also on the DVD. Yeah, it's something also that we are very, very proud of, you know. Dimmu Borgir are known for using orchestral elements in the music since 2001 when we released the Puritanical album, but we used orchestra on a lot of albums, but really glad we got also the chance to perform 2 really big shows, and also to have it out on a DVD package, so the people that didn't attend the show, they are actually able to see this, you know, and it's really kind of a highlight in the career so far.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious, like, what it takes to prepare for a performance like that with the full orchestra on stage, and just how do you keep everything together?
Yeah, it's as I said before, it takes a lot of time to plan everything and to organize all the details behind it. But you can also check out the credit list, and then you will see how many people are actually involved in a show like that, you know.
Right.
So it's a lot of hard work, but we were fortunate enough to work with very professional people, and they know what they were doing, you know, and also people that are great fans of the band, and we made it happen, you know. So, but yeah, check out the credit list. You will see.
Yeah, definitely. I know that a lot of people are anticipating a new album that may sounds like it's going to come out this year. Is there anything that you can elaborate on in that process?
Yeah, we have. I can't explain. I can't go really into details, but what I can say about it is that we have used now 2 years to make a new album. It's just finished right now, actually. So the plan is it will be out during fall.
Okay.
And these days we are do the preparation in connection with that release. It's if I can say something about the album, it will be that we are very proud of it. It sounds great. It's very atmospheric, and it also includes a lot of the elements which Dimmu Borgir are known for. So I think the fans will not be disappointed. It also includes a lot of themes and riff ideas that, you know, you can link back till '93. You know, so it's like a combination of different themes throughout the history of Dimmu Borgir, you know.
Sure.
It also has a lot of symphonic elements, and we are using a big choir on this new record. So And it's also more dark, more atmospheric, more primitive, more black metal. A mixture of different things, basically.
Okay. I was curious because I had read a little bit of an interview with Selenos where he talked about that you opted not to use a live orchestra on the new album, but I was curious if you were still using choirs. So.
Yeah, no, there's still a lot of symphonic orchestral arrangements on the album, but this time we're using samples instead. I think that Forces of the Northern Night kind of represents an end to an era, because we used orchestra on the previous album, but this time we wanted to do it ourselves with more samples and keyboards and stuff like that. But you're right, we're adding a huge choir on this new record.
So you had kind of mentioned there that as far as the musical direction of the album, you are kind of returning to some of the roots of the band, but you're also experimenting with new techniques and sound. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a mixture of everything, but in Dimmu Borgir, you can expect the unexpected. That's how we like to when we do something, we want to. There is no limits for where we can take it in which direction, and that's how we want it to be. It needs to be. It's progressive, also the new album, but it also includes a lot of atmosphere, as I said.
Sure.
From elements from. Like the riff atmospheres from Enthrone album and the For Alltid debut record and all that stuff. So it's a good combination of it all. But in the same time, it is also progressive, and that's very important for us as artists, is to stretch the limits and try out new stuff. We are a band. We have never been afraid of going into new directions, and. As an artist, it's also important to not try to repeat yourself too much, because
right.
Then it will be boring. But because we are not, we are not a band like AC/DC, where you buy an album and you know what to expect. But
Sure.
Dimmu Borgir is quite different. Even though I'm a big fan of DC, though.
So as far as the album, it's you're done with final mixing and mastering and that stuff, or is that still in process?
No, it's the album is ready. Yeah.
Okay. Have you got a working title or cover art or anything that you are able to share, or is that still?
Yeah, we're not able to share that at this moment. It's still going to be some time before the album is out, so
Sure.
I can't go too much into details about that yet.
Okay. And do you have plans yet for the touring that will come, obviously, after to support the album?
Yeah, back. We're also, that's a part of the planning these days, is to organize a world tour in connection of the new release. So I can't say specific dates, but I think we're going to be back in North America around March and April 2018, approximately.
Okay. Well, hopefully there's some dates around the Kansas City area, because that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, cool, yeah.
You have a couple other bands that you've been involved with. You've actually collaborated with several artists in the past, but I was curious if Chrome Division is still an active band.
We have made a new album for Chrome Division also, but we didn't have time enough now to record it and finalize it. So that's still on my agenda during this year, if we get time.
Right.
But in the same time, Dimmu Borgir acquires 100% of my attention at the moment. So I just kind of have to figure out the plan where we have time to actually record it. But we have made a new album. I'm very happy with it, and hopefully we will get it out there. Maybe as soon as possible.
Sure,
we'll see.
Sure. How would you describe the musical direction of Chrome Division?
I think the new Chrome Division album is it's a mixture of hard rock with metal, as it's a kind of a standard recipe that we have used before. Badass rock and roll, down-tuned, but it has also a lot of melodies, which you can also relate to a lot of the 70s inspiration types of bands.
Right. And does that offer you a much needed creative outlet that takes you away from kind of the structure and writing that you are used to with Dimmu Borgir?
Yeah, this is two different worlds, so I don't like to I'm a big fan of rock and roll music, but rock and roll music I don't want to implement in Dimmu Borgir's sound. So I keep it separately, and that's very important to me. But I like both genres, and it's going from one thing to another. It can be, of course, challenging and difficult because it's two different worlds, So if I've been working on a Dimmu song every day for a week and then suddenly go back to Chrome Division, it's a bit takes a bit time to adjust. Right. to be honest with you, but at least we have a new album in the making, and hopefully we get it out there as soon as possible for the Chrome Division followers.
Sure. Are there any other things that you wanted to bring up for people listening or reading that we haven't touched upon?
Well, I just hope that people will check out the Forces of the Northern Night edition, preferably the Airbook edition, because it's very unique and very special. It includes 48-page huge booklet, includes both of the shows in audio versions and Blu-ray discs, and it's really it's a nice package, and of course watch out for the new album that will come out hopefully in fall, and we will be back on the road again in 2018, so watch out.